your boy.
Okay, folks, here we are. We're back. Video number 2 for this series, I guess, on the giveaway bike for one of our little boys. But before we get into this video, as we've talked about before, I just had knee surgery, and part of the recovery of being on crutches and stuff like that, and spending time with my daughter. I've got a few short clips that my wife has taken, and our Blink cameras have taken. So I'm going to give you guys a couple videos of that type of stuff before we get into this video. Hope you enjoy this. I've already given the boy his bike, so I know he enjoys it. So follow along. We will talk to you guys soon, and enjoy the video. Nobody yet. Text me a second.
Oh, be careful.
Well, come on in. Okay, folks, we're back. Got done dealing with my customer. So, like we were saying, we're working on putting just at least a new brake cable on the back of this bike for this boy. It looks like I need another furrow. I dropped one. I'll grab another one out of my bucket. Key is we buy these in bulk, so we've got some that we can put on these bikes. There's one, there's two, and these go on the end of these cables pretty easy. Most of the time they go on easy. Stick it on, then I'll tap it on my fab table over here to make sure it's on good and tight. So once I get the brakes adjusted, it's not compressing these on farther. Oh, it's already on the cable. Oh, that's the one I just put on. It's one of them days, folks. My customer, he's one of the guys, I help him out pretty good. He lives a good ways away, and he does the same thing I do pretty much. He fixes them up and gives them to the kids in his neighborhood. Is it taking money from me? No, not really. He pays for most of his parts. I give him a good discount on my used parts. But it's one of them things, you got to have a good working relationship with the people in your area. And it helps. He's a good guy. He's been getting parts and stuff off of me for probably 3 years now. Get the new brake cable put in. And you guys didn't see this. We buy these in bulk, and I've got them in a big tube hanging in the rafters of my shop. I'll show you them one day. Just so you guys get to see how we do things around here. We try to buy things in bulk from a couple of my distributors. And I can usually get the stuff pretty cheap from them. So run the cable in through the cable stop. Or the housing holder. It's not a stop, it just holds the housing. Shouldn't have done that yet. This is a side that one side's usually nice and easy to start the cable in. One side's not. So let's start the cable on the side that makes it a little easier to go in. We'll run the cable in. Maybe. Let me give this end another go with my little pointy object. And there, like I said, there are just days when these don't want to work. This could be one of them days. So if you're doing your own work on bikes and you get frustrated with something like this, don't be ashamed about it. It happens to all of us. Even me, even though I've been working on bikes forever, it still happens. This was a factory end. I'm going to give it another snip. Yeah, that works. That's cleaner. Give her a little squeeze. Put the hole in the center. Make sure that's good and clean. I will put the end back on. Maybe. Again, if you get the dropsies or something's not quite going right for you, don't worry. It happens to all of us. Me, it seems to be happening a lot more lately because I'm trying to film this stuff so I can show you guys how we do these things and how these things get done. There we go. Now it comes through easy. Again, you might have to cut an inch or so off of these every time if it's not working right for you. Don't be bad. Don't be upset about that. That's why I give myself a little bit of housing sometimes. With these BMX bikes and freestyle bikes, I like to make sure there's enough that the handlebar, well, if it's a freestyle bike, you got the gyros on them. If it's a BMX bike, you don't usually have a gyro. You usually only have one brake, like we're fixing this one up. So, again, don't worry about it, folks. Things happen. Sometimes it makes life easy. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes these bikes go together easy, and sometimes they don't. It's always a little different. Every bike's a little different. Now I'm fighting with the noodle to get the new brake cable in. But once it's in, it's usually not a problem. Make sure we put our rubber boot back on it. And we'll get it started on the cable holder on the back brake. Usually I'd move my camera around and I'd have a videographer out here helping me with this, but right now the videographer is usually my wife. And right now she's in doing homeschooling with our little one. Give that a little bit of a squeeze. We'll get the Allen wrench back out. This is a 5mm Allen. We'll give it it's a 5mm Allen. I grabbed the 6. Oh well. Again, don't get frustrated with yourself, folks. Bikes are fairly easy, but every now and then you get a bike that's going to fight you. You get a part that's going to fight you. Don't worry about it. Just take a stop, walk away for a minute or two, then come back to it. I don't like my pads to really touch my rim when it's spinning, so we'll give it a little squeeze. Now, the right side's working a little bit more than the left side. These have an adjustment on them. There's a screw on each side that allows you to adjust the tension on that to make it go the way it's supposed to go. And that one's not a straight like most. That one's going to be a Phillips. So we'll grab the Phillips screwdriver. Give it a couple turns. And we'll give the brakes a good squeeze again. Not quite enough. Again, you do these adjustments slowly. You don't give it 100 turns. You give it a little bit of I give it about a half a turn each time. Then give her a squeeze and check. I'll turn that one in a couple turns. Still not quite where I want, so I'm going to back this one off just a hair. Again, quarter to a half a turn at a time, folks. There we go. That's better. That's the way I like my wheels to spin. Now the brakes are already adjusted on this one pretty good. So next thing we need is a cable end. I got these in all kinds of colors. I've got red, blue, gold, purple, silver. On this one, I think I'm going to be nice. I'm going to put a black one on here. Now, these are Shimano cable cutters. And when you're using the old metal furls, there's a furl crimper right here. And I use that pretty much to cut the end of these, or to put the end of this crimp on here. And then use the other end. Give it a good squeeze so it doesn't come off. Now to clean this up a little bit, I like to put this cable under where the spring is. That keeps it from poking anybody. I don't just do this with the kids. I do this with all of them. Give her a couple squeezes. Yeah, that feels good. Now, the rest of this housing, these are stainless steel cables, so they don't rust. The little piece of cable end's no good for much, so I'll set it aside. Now, let's see, the brakes are good. They're adjusted the way I like them. The other thing, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put either a zip tie. Let's go with a zip tie today. I'll put a zip tie around that right there to kind of help keep that housing up and to keep it out of the front wheel. I like to put these. Oh, that one's not long enough. I'm going to grab another pack that's a little bit longer. Only take a second here because they're right inside the shop. Just grab the whole bundle. There you go. These are long enough. Put them on my table. Put a nice zip tie on here. That'll help keep that cable up out of the way. Again, I like to be nice and neat with my cables, the way I run them. Find my cutters. I cut the end of that zip tie off. And that bike, besides lubing the chain up a little bit, this bike's done. I'll put a little bit of air in the tires in a minute. I'll lube the chain up. And this bike's ready to go for my boy. If you have any questions about any of the steps that I've done, shoot me a message on YouTube here. Or you can go to the Handicap Banner Bikes and Books page. And you can shoot us a message, ask questions. If you're local enough, if you want to learn how to do some of this stuff, stop in and see us. I'm going to wipe this spot off right here on the frame. And I'm going to put one of our bike shop stickers on it. It's one of them things I like to do this. So when this bike's coming back in 6 months or a year, I can remember who the customer is. These have our bike shop logo, like we have on our shirt, and we have on all of our signs and all of our banners. So folks, I'll wrap it up here on this video. We are Handicap Banner. We love to share this type of stuff with you. So follow us here on YouTube. Hit the like button, which so you you can find us a little easier. Hit that little bell in the corner of your screen, and so you get the notifications when we post our new videos. We are going to post all kinds of videos. I've got a lot of the demolition stuff going on in town, so I'm trying to video that as a historical record of what was here, what's happening with everything. And as things get wrapped up and they start reclaiming these properties, I'll show you some of those photos and some of those videos too. So folks, have a great day. We love y'all. And when I'm working on bikes, my sign off on that, what I like to tell people at the end of these videos, keep the rubber down, folks. Keep the pedal spinning. And we'll see you on one of the other videos. We love you guys.